The Detroit Lions beat the Chiefs. We were live for it. Check that out. We were having so much fun because, well, we really weren't actually, Craig, because we score in the first quarter, and then there's this lull of like, I don't know what's gonna
The
happen, and then
lull of all
oh
lulls.
yeah, so we make a play finally, and so let's just your initial reaction as you sit here with the Lions being 1-0, 21-20 over the Chiefs. I love that score even. It's just like a grinded out game. What are your initial thoughts as we sit here now?
Yeah, and you said like check it out, right? Like that's one of the things you said about the live stream. And if you did, you would see that for 84% of it, I was not an extremely happy man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I wasn't mad, but I was not an extremely happy person. And it's because there were so many, like what I thought were critical errors. And then when the Lions find a way, they find a way not to lose, they find a way to win.
Yep.
And because they find a way to win, all of a sudden it's like, I don't care about any of that. It's a W. And in the NFL, the only thing that counts is 1-0,
Yep.
right? Like that's what you want it to be. And that's what it was. So I think my major takeaway was this team found a way.
Mm-hmm. And and I think my major takeaway was we made mistakes, no question, but
Sure.
when you watch it, you're like, we've got the players. We have players out there,
We have
and we got
players.
guys flying around making good tackles right there when they're supposed to be. You've got Montgomery running strong, making guys miss. You've got a good offensive line, defensive secondary. So we all of a sudden, and it was the new guys too, that really stood out. But we've got players. Hutch is good. So we are just only going to get better, and that's what's
Mhm.
really exciting is that stuff will get cleaned up. We're strong, we're solid, and I think our defensive secondary really played well tonight,
Yeah,
and
I
that
agree.
maybe just it's hard to it's hard to know against Mahomes in that offense really what your defense is. All I know is we put a lot of pressure on our defense. I'm saying a lot of things here. I love that we have players, and I love that our defense really when they had to, because the game could have got away from us, they stood in there,
Yeah.
made it hard, got some stops.
Got some stops. And I think I'm gonna share this right now
Yeah.
because like I think when you talk about our defensive secondary, and I do want to talk about the offense too, because I think a lot of people tonight were probably frustrated with our offense, and I don't think it was as bad as we thought. But first I want to talk about that defense. If you're holding Patrick Mahomes to 21 of 39,
Mm,
right? Like I don't even think that's 60%. That's not Patrick Mahomes like. And he throws a pick, not on him, right? It was on the Lions' arguably best player, Kadarius Toney, get it, who played for the Chiefs. But like he didn't have a ton there. And then they carried the ball 23 times for 90 yards. Like nothing was, they didn't chunk things. And it just, we never made it easy for them all
that's right.
night on the
That's right.
defensive side. They had to fight for everything.
And they had a couple plays, but man, if you can limit them to two or three kind of big plays, I mean and by big play, I'm just talking like 20 plus yards. I mean, they
Right.
did that a couple times, but man, we really made it hard on them. And yeah, Patrick Mahomes he had some drops on him, but aside from like the last one with Tony that was wide open, that was just a killer. That the other ones were kind of just not thrown 100% right.
Right.
Guys running into each other. There was some stuff. We made it hard and made it tough on these guys. I love it.
Yeah, we made it hard. We made it tough. You think about big plays that were made on the secondary. You know, you think about the CJ Gardner Johnson punch out. You
Mm,
think about just honestly a lot of plays, just guys being and making receivers uncomfortable that I think led to a lot of drops. There were a couple of open drops, but there were a lot of contested drops,
yeah.
and that was really good. Can I switch gears and talk about the offense for a second?
Yep.
The offense was not bad. They weren't bad. And I have plenty that I want to say about it. But let me ask you this question. What was your major takeaway after watching this offense operate against the Chiefs in Arrowhead?
I think two things is that people are going to play us tough or tight, excuse me, because we
Like
don't
close to the
have
line of scrimmage?
yep. We
Yep.
don't have receivers that are deep threats. We just don't. And so you can play up on us a little bit. And then they really crowded the box and they knew we were going to run and we were still able to run. And I think that
Mhm.
that was the difference in the game. So that's what those two things looking forward as we go forward is like, are those guys, are we going to be pressed? Are we going to really we got to find a way to back the defense off. I mean, they were up in our face all game and that really was challenging, but to still be able to run, so encouraging there.
Yeah. And I think part of that, you can see it. Like, we didn't move away from the run. We carried the ball 34 times. It was under 4 yards a carry.
Yeah.
Right. So that's not great. Now, it doesn't help that Jared Goff had 5 carries for -1 yards, right? Speedy Goff.
Mhm.
But we were able to be efficient enough. Jahmyr Gibbs showed that he is electric, right? He absolutely showed that. David Montgomery showed that he can get you 2-3 yards no matter what you need, but also can get you 8 yards.
That's right.
For that touchdown. And then I just want to shout out Goff for a second. Can I
Mhm.
just do that?
Mhm.
He had St. Brown. Laporta was good, but that's a rookie tight end. He had St. Brown tonight, who's fantastic. Marvin Jones Jr. was terrible, but Goff still came out with a pretty good night.
Mhm.
22 of 35, 250 plus yards, a touchdown, and most importantly, no turnovers.
No turnovers.
No turnovers. And they only got 1 sack, and that's a credit to the offensive line as well. So no turnovers, all that stuff. He spread the ball around pretty darn well, right? And and there were big plays that he made. I'm thinking about like when it was 2nd and 20 or 2nd and 22 or something like that. And he hits Khalif Raymond for 20 yards. I'm thinking when it was 3rd and 12 and he hits Josh Reynolds and for a first down when we so desperately needed it. Like, he made big plays when he had to make the biggest of plays.
Yes. I love that. And he didn't turn the ball over, didn't get sacked, but he had pressure in his face a lot of the night.
Mm-hmm.
And he made a couple throws that it's just like, that's big time. I mean, I was making fun of him. He made this really long in route type throw and it looked like a duck on TV, but then you watch it again. It's like he put a spiral right down on the guy's knees. Like, that is exactly, he's a big time, like, just kind of baller guy with the right mentality too.
Yeah.
I mean, Goff has really impressed me more and more and more and more because he's 28. He's still young. Like, it's just a lot of positive things that we just threw him away so fast. And it's like, I get why we did that. I mean, the guy was traded away. The team that traded him gave up everything they had to get rid of him. So it's like, I mean, no crap. We thought this guy wasn't that good, but he's good.
He's good. And give yourself some credit, man. You're the one who kept saying on this channel, and actually even before this channel existed, what if he's good? Like, what if he's not bad? And guess what? He's not bad. No. He is good. You can win with him. You can. And I think this game was more about our defense than Goff. And I know we're going to do another video that's going to talk heavily about some of that. But Goff's good enough to win with. And this defense could be the difference between what was last year 9-8 and this year a division champion Detroit Lions.
Oh, we could talk about that all day. So that's our initial thoughts. We're really, obviously, really excited. Can't believe how this game really unfolded either. That's what's fun about football. No one predicted this kind of weird game. So let us know your thoughts in the comments. Lions win 1-0. Here we go. We're doing it. And
1-0. Here we go.
We'll see all of you on the next one.
See ya.